Listen, people really try to act like you have to be one or the other. I could believe that Stephon Clark is a perpetrator of misogynoir. I could believe that he doesn't like black women. He don't want nothing but a black Xbox, dark bitches bring nothing but dark days. Like, I don't care if that is what he thought, because black men are not a monolith. I can still love being black, love black people, love black men, and not necessarily find every black man that I come across to be palatable. But that doesn't mean I don't like black men. What does that have to do with him being shot 8 times by the police? Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to another episode of Morning Tea, where we sit in our sleepwear and discuss current events. Today's tea is just, we're back to black chai tea. I ran out of the green tea because I've been drinking it religiously, and I'm just waiting to get it in the mail from Amazon. But until then, we were gonna go back to our stash premium black chai tea. Girl, it's hot, can't take a sip. Do you like my new hair? Girl, I'm chewing on this gum like it is, my last meal, but I love it. Here's the tea. Too hot. All right, let's start with Stephon Clark. I know last week I said that I couldn't do it, mainly because I just didn't want to start with outrage. I wanted to see what happened, like, hear the stories, the testimonies, and what's going on in this world dealing with Stephon Clark before I made my opinion on it. I have a couple opinions, which let's go ahead and flesh out. So my first one is, do I think this person deserved to die? Absolutely 100% not. Do I think it's ludicrous that police officers arrive onto the scene and mistake a man in his own backyard with a cell phone in his hand or slash pocket as somebody with a gun and then shoot at him 20 times, hitting him 8 times? Absolutely ridiculous. Most of the times they hit him was in the back. The other time was in the side. It's like absolutely ludicrous. The neighbor who actually called the police, saying that he regrets calling the police, that if he had known, that he doesn't know whether or not Stephon had actually broke his window, but he knew of him and he wouldn't want him to die this way. Even if Stephon were to be the person to break his window, he doesn't feel like Stephon deserved to die, and he regrets being the reason why the police showed up on the scene and killed this person. Another thing is this whole thing about him being anti-black woman. Again, besides the point. It's completely besides the point. What does that have to do? That's an internal struggle. The struggle of his death, the struggle of Stephon's death, is the fact that the cop showed up on the scene and killed an unarmed black man in his backyard. That is the beginning and the end of that. It has nothing to do with the fact that he's anti-black woman. There are many black men who are anti-black women. I don't think they deserve to die. I don't think that we should not stand by him and the injustice that has happened to him. Absolutely not. And his family is absolutely going through it. I saw a snippet of his brother on Don Lemon's show on CNN, and I felt like they both weren't listening to each other. Don Lemon thought that he was doing something by giving this man a platform, by letting him come on the show. The guy got on the show and was being very disrespectful, I think, to Don Lemon, and while being on his show, and then Don Lemon reacted poorly to it. Like, instead of just letting the man do it, he's trying to like control the situation. And I feel it for Don Lemon, because he's a black man who's a part of the system, right? He has a respectability politics written across his chest. And here comes this young black man that he's trying to bring on the show to talk about the situation. And the young black man is going off script. He don't know what to do. Right? That's what's happening. That's what happened in the little snippet that I saw. And I thought that he had a good point, the brother. The media calling them, hassling him right now. He's trying to say, leave us alone, yet he's on the show. So I was a little confused about that, but they are going through it. They are grieving. And so whatever kind of happens with the family at this point, I'm not going to hold anything against them, because right now they're in the midst of a storm. They're in the midst of grief, and they're in the midst of a movement, whether or not they want to be a part of it or not. So those are my thoughts on Stephon Clark. Let's have more of a dialogue down below for those of you who have more information. All right, speaking of guns, let's move on to this. Here's the tea. Still too hot. So Killer Mike was on a show, an NRA sponsored show with, I think his name is Colion Noir, or Noir Lion, what's his name? Anyways, I have a coworker who's really into the Second Amendment, right? And so he sent me this, I'm gonna put NRA, see what happens. Noir NRA. There's a YouTuber named Colion Noir who is a black man who does sponsored videos by the NRA. He started off just talking about guns in general and how much he likes guns, and then he ended up being sponsored by the NRA. To think about a black man who is a member of the NRA, who is a supporter of the NRA, and who the NRA supports on a platform on YouTube, like YouTube, is really interesting, especially with all that's happening in society right now. He does an interview with Killer Mike, and it's a 42-minute interview, and a friend of mine sent it to me, which is why I watched it. I had no idea that this had any kind of controversy around it at all. At all. Apparently it does. So the video was actually released on the day of that the students put together, right? And so the internet was kind of using it as like a bolstering, like, pro-gun, positive gun sort of movement. And Mike ends up making a comment in it saying that he told his kids that if they were going to march or walk out of campus on that day, that they could just walk out of the house. Now, of course, he was being extra, right? He didn't really mean that. They are a gun family. They are a Second Amendment gun-toting family. Killer Mike is an activist. He is very into politics, and his politics aren't just cut and dry liberal, left politics. He has a myriad of ideas and thoughts that kind of leaves him somewhere in the middle, in my opinion. I don't know if he is a libertarian. I'm not sure what exactly political affiliation he clings to, but I do know that he has very strong opinions when it comes to guns. He feels like Black people should not put their guns down. He feels like Black people have gotten and survived a lot because they were allowed to own guns, and it has saved them and helped them, especially when we're only 50 years out of the Jim Crow era, or apartheid as he calls it. And so he's saying that why would a Black man put their gun down? Guns is what really helped save Black people from the KKK for many, many years. And hearing it from that point of view, I agree. Like, I'm not somebody who's against the Second Amendment. I'm a liberal, right? So I hear all the liberal news. And so long it makes me feel good to say, oh, I believe in stricter gun laws. But like, do I? It's really hard for someone who's never shot a gun, who's never owned guns, who hasn't been around guns in a safe way, in a positive way, to have a comment about guns. There's so much. I'm not going to go into it because I don't have all the information, but I'm saying that this conversation has got my mind whirling and thinking about things that I would have never thought of had I not gone to the gun range, had my coworker not given me information about guns and gun ownership and what that means, Mike is getting a lot of backlash because of that statement. They're saying that somehow he's anti his children's rights. Is Mike supposed to know in hindsight that video was going to be dropped on the same day that this happened, and that snippet of a 45-minute video was going to go viral and blow up and make him look like he's insensitive to the deaths of these children that happened on campus? Being pro-gun does not mean you're pro-homegrown terrorists. In fact, in Mike's case, it means the exact opposite. He's not pro that. He's saying get a gun to protect yourself from that. The whole video is not about the shooting. The whole video is about Black people putting down their arms. He was talking about how Black women, Ida B. Wells and other Black women, got together with their guns and protected Black men's right to vote. When Black men were first given the right to vote, they're the ones who made sure that the Black men in their community were able to go and vote, because it was very important to do that. And guns helped them do that. So I'm going to link it down below so you guys can find it. Actually, let me just do that right now, because I'm going to say I'm going to link it and then I don't link it. So yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. I wanted to talk to you guys about that. So what do you guys think about that below? Watch the video and come back and give me some information. You don't have to agree with everything these two men say, but like, what did you take from it? What did it make you think? Did it make you open up your idea, to open up your horizon on this issue? Here's the tea. So SNL happened on Saturday. I didn't watch it, but I watched certain clips of it. Sometimes I have a problem with SNL. I don't think they're as funny. They're not my brand of comedy. You know what I'm saying? Would I love to be on SNL? Yes. So if somebody wants to give me an audition on SNL, I'll audition. I don't really watch it, but I watched it because Cardi B was on it, and so was Chadwick Boseman. The funniest thing was Black Jeopardy. Even though going into it, I was like, what is Black Jeopardy? But then T'Challa's bit on it about the potato salad, if you haven't seen it, it's hilarious. I will link that down below as well. It's just funny. It's funny. Go ahead and check it out. Don't take it too seriously. You know what I'm saying? As we are wont to do in our Wakanda Forever moment. We want to take everything seriously. But it was a really funny skit. So another cool thing about SNL was Cardi B. Cardi B was on SNL, you guys, and she revealed that she is in fact pregnant. But really what I want to talk about is that Cardi B dropped her album, Invasion of Privacy, you guys. If you are inclined or like hip hop or like any of her songs, go ahead and check that album out. She's got some really good songs on it. The first one, Get Up on 10, girl, Up on 10 is such a good song. It's like, it's very clear, her point of view, what she's talking about, who she's talking about. And I think it's a really great song. I like It Like That. Be Careful was a really good song. She does a song with Kehlani called Ring that I really love. She has a song with Chance the Rapper, My Best Life. That's really good. And then she has one other song that's really good. It's called Through Your Phone. Really good. So go on ahead and check that album out. Another person that dropped the album is Drake. Let me tell you, Nice for What is my jam. Not only is the music video full of strong women who are doing it, celebrity strong women who are doing it, but the song is also for me. He wrote the song for me and women like me. The song has been on repeat for me. I absolutely love it. Nice for What? I mean, I feel like it's my life. It's like I'm battling this thing right now with some people that I work with, some guys who feel like they need to bother the shit out of me because I'm not giving them the response they want. They continuously say hi to me because my hi is just kind of like, hi. They want me to be like, hi, thank you for acknowledging me. And I'm not going to give you that. I don't have to give you anything. You can say hi to me once again, then after that, I'm not saying nothing to you. The other one told me the other day too, when I had my hair, he was like, oh, wow, I really like your hair. I really like it. And I'm like, thank you. But I didn't give him the response he wanted. He wanted me to be so flattered. And I was like, people have been telling me they like my hair all day, and guess what? I like my hair too. So I'm thankful. You're not going to get the Prince Hakeem treatment, okay? Rose petals will not be thrown at your foot because you gave me a compliment. So I made you just take my thank you and keep it moving. And it's like, it's that idea of like, you know, I had troubles, I had a man, don't have one anymore, keeping it moving. Like, you know, I work really hard, work overtime for the last month. Now I'm trying to get my girls and go out on Saturday night. I'm hardworking and I deserve an anthem and not to be made to feel like I need some man to make me feel good. Thank you, Drake. You are so smart. You are so smart. That's about to be my shit forever. That brings me to my last topic, trying to kind of going off of like the whole like men thing. Like I'm really struggling with this at work because I don't know how to name it. It's just a vibe I get. Like, and it's with the younger dudes because they all think I'm their age. And it happened to me with the older guys too. They were like, oh, wow, you know, I like your hair. And I'm like, thank you so much. And he's like, you know, I got to tell you something, right? You know, I'm about to say something. And I was like, why do I know that? I barely know you. I just say hi to you at work and keep it moving. And he was like, oh, it's like that. And I was like, yeah, it's like that. He's like, why you gotta call me out? And I'm like, because I know you can handle it. I know I can have this conversation with you. I feel you. I get it. Thank you so much, Dwayne, for telling me that you like my look. You always give me compliments and I appreciate it. But like, I don't owe you anything extra, do I? Because you don't have to give me those compliments. If you want to pull them back because you don't feel like I'm giving you what you need, then pull them back, bruh. Thank you. But you're not getting anything else. Because I don't feel super grateful that you're telling me that you like the way I look. And he took it really well. And I was just like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just asking you, like, if I were your daughter and your daughter were telling this to a man, how would you feel? And he's like, I wouldn't. I was like, would you disqualify her and tell her feelings aren't valid? No, you wouldn't. You would tell her, yeah, baby, stand by your guns. And that's all I'm asking you to understand, that that's what is coming from me. That's all I'm asking. And it was a good conversation. I like to have this kind of conversation with black men because I think sometimes we can get caught up in this like idea of like black women for black men and, you know, they can just do whatever they want. And it's very misogynoir, and I know it's entrenched in our community, but I'm at the point where in my life where I'm not going to deal with it, and I'm going to break free of it, and I'm going to educate and teach those around me which how to deal with it, because sometimes I don't feel like it. Most of the times I don't feel like it, and I shouldn't have to feel like it at any time because I'm a human just like you. And if you don't feel like it, no one tells you as a man that you need to feel like it. It's not being ungrateful. It's not being conceited. I say thank you and I keep it moving. If my thank you wasn't humbling enough or gratitudely enough or whatever the word is, like, then it just isn't, and you need to be okay with that. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, girl. Morning tea is back in full effect, and I love you guys, and I thank you so much for your support and for watching it. All right, remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.